No question. I mean, really, since I was a young kid, my father was an elected official, and I remember very, very early on campaigning for him. I mean, doing really fun things like putting up signs, really going to knock on doors. And then as I grew up and got a little bit older, when I went to college, actually doing internships on the Hill, which was really exciting because you got to meet real-time, policy people, politicians. It was just so incredibly helpful and gave you so much insight, and those internships are invaluable. The most important thing is to get a great education, especially for the kids that are here. They have a great opportunity to actually learn from the best and the brightest minds in the world. The second thing is to actually be involved. It's not going to happen on its own. Sometimes young people think, when I get older, I'll start to participate. You're never too young to start participating now. The age for voting is 18. You're really, for the most part, a full-fledged adult. You have every right that every other citizen has, and you really have to participate in a really aggressive way and be thoughtful, because people who are in elected office are making decisions about your future. So you might as well have something to say about theirs. It's a lost art to have a hard conversation in a way that doesn't offend the other person that you're talking to. We used to do that a little bit better. People recently, for some reason, think that there are no boundaries with the kind of words that we can use or the tone of our voice. I think that's wrong. I think compromise is not a bad word. It's a really important word. The entire structure of our government is designed around people who have competing interests, who don't like each other, who don't share the same values, being able to find common ground so that we can live together in a peaceful way. So I try to use a phrase that I think is helpful: be really hard on the problem and soft on the people. And I think that recognizes another person's humanity. It validates their thoughts and ideas. You can still respectfully disagree, and the world's not going to come to an end. And at the end of the day, you might find out that you actually can compromise, and that's a better way than a zero-sum game, because as I always say in politics, 100% of nothing is nothing. And unfortunately, some of the discourse that we have now is a zero-sum game where nobody wins and everybody loses.